Hey everyone, welcome to Carolina Bully Farms. Unfortunately, it's not a positive, informative video like we like to keep it this time. It's informative. We just wanted to let y'all know about some of the negativity that's been going on. I'm sure most of y'all haven't seen it, but some of you have and have texted us or asked about it. We let it go on a little longer than it should have because we didn't want to have any negativity on the channel. We didn't want to have any kind of drama. We really try and stay away from that because that's not anything about what we're about. And we didn't want to, we have like 40,000 subscribers on here. We didn't really want to give these people any kind of validation or credit. But we're going to do it just to tell y'all and keep it real with y'all, kind of explain and get rid of some of the rumors and inform y'all and try and keep you from doing any business with these people because they're very dishonest. And so I'll let Dad start out here and tell you what's going on a little bit.
What we did is, I'll go ahead and tell you how we do things. First of all, we don't need to advertise. We're never going to sell. We got more people wanting puppies we can ever produce. So what we do, we don't even answer the phone because we would be on the phone all day. The dogs wouldn't get any attention. We only work by text. And if people want to put a deposit down on a future breeding, it's a $500 deposit and it's non-refundable. It's on our website as non-refundable. They're told it's non-refundable. The breeding's going to happen, but they may not get pregnant the first time. They may produce all males. They may produce all females.
Well, that's kind of
one puppy.
That's the point of the deposit. It's really because a lot of times, that's what a deposit is. If we was to have the puppy, then people be wanting it, which people do this way more frequently than you would realize. They pay a $500 deposit. The puppy gets here. It's looking great, doing great. It comes time for us to ship it out, and we never hear from them again. Well, then we got to go through everything, finding that puppy a good, nice, safe home all over again in a shorter amount of time because you don't want the puppy to grow up here and then have to be uprooted and everything.
Yeah, so, we interview everybody getting a dog.
So the 500 is just kind of to protect us from going through that. So if we offer it back as soon as they don't want to do it anymore, it kind of eliminates the point.
There would be no point in taking a deposit if it was refundable. Now, we do tell them if the litter, they don't have enough dogs in it, or if you're getting a third pick, say, and it don't have enough dogs, or they had all males, you wanted a female, we will redo it. Or you can pick from the next litter, whichever one you want. But everybody knows this up front. Well,
or if you just can't come up with the money this time, you just tell us. We'll let
roll
you wait.
The deposit over to
do
the next
another litter.
Yep, we never want to take nobody's deposit. We always want you to use it. And the Lifestyle Bullies is the name. They bought a dog from us. They're thrilled with it. They have promoted it to death.
It's a tribe, big country dog. Her name's Keiju or something like that.
It's some weird name, but they love it, the dog, to death. They promoted it to death. But they thought, like a lot of people does, that I'm going to buy this awesome dog and breed it, and I'm going to make all kind of money. I'm going to get rich. And I tell everybody, you're not going to. The dogs has to come first. If you treat the dogs and spend the money on them, you should. There's very little money to be made. You have to really have a passion for the dogs. Well, he didn't believe that. He thought I just wasn't getting all out of it. I could have, I guess. So he got his dog. He's promoted it a lot. He's got these breeding set up. And when the pups get here, he thinks he's going to get 10 grand for first pick, 75 for second, and 5 for third. The problem with that is people can come to us, Moneyline. We're the home of Moneyline, where Mo Money lives.
His dog, but
made his dog, and our prices stay the same. First pick's $29, second's $25, third's $2,000. That killed him. He couldn't take it. So he's trying to discredit us and take over Moneyline.
First off,
he made a Facebook.
Yeah, he made a Facebook page, Moneyline. Seemed like he was promoting us. So I'm happy with his dog, and it gradually become more and more of a hate page about us, just talking about we created a good bloodline, but we're crooks or something. Well, we couldn't do a lot about that because we don't go on Facebook. We have all of this to keep up with on YouTube, all of it on Instagram. And Facebook just confuses me, so I just focus on the other social media outlets.
We don't need it.
We don't need the advertisement, so we just do what we can be most informative on, put out the most information on, and the most pictures of the dogs, and let you see them. And it's easier for us to post on those two things and keep up with.
But he come out with a Moneyline Facebook page and made it sound like it was us, and it's just a hate page towards us. That's when he started his little process. Well, he's reached out to some people that had deposits with us and told them we were crooks, we were going to rip them off, hang papers, all this kind of stuff, getting them want their deposit back. And since that's not done and we stuck to our guns, we're not going to do it for anybody, then they get mad and join in with him and start bashing us. Well, we're talking about a few people. We have over 400 sales. That means either they bought a pup, an adult, or a stud fee. And over 400 are happy, thrilled. We still talk to 300 of them. Many of them has come back and bought a second dog, even a third dog. We have dogs in 9 different countries, 38 states. Our vet bought a dog from us. Paid full price for it.
Had me cut the ears on it.
And he had Cody cut the ears because he said he did a better job than anybody had ever
We'll
seen.
get to that later. They're saying that I butchered a few dogs.
Manny seen what this Lifestyle Bullies is doing. Manny is Queen City Exotic Bullies.
Manny's bought
two dogs
from us, and it's up until about 4 days ago was still when he was still putting out information that I had ruined a few of his dog's ears. He was still calling me wanting to cut ears, and I found out what he was saying on the internet about me, and told him I wouldn't cut for him anymore. One of the dogs I cut with Manny's litters was Chubby Money here, who you can see his ears are perfect. I've cut about 320 dogs. I keep record of it, but I don't have it with me.
The vet gets him to cut their ears.
Yeah, even the vet
does.
the vet buys dogs from us. A very reputable vet, probably the biggest one over here where we live. Gets me to cut all of his dog's ears. I've had 2 dogs I cut that didn't come out perfect, and they was Cane Corsos. And I told them I wasn't sure if I could do a Cane Corso. They wanted me to try it because they liked how I cut. And they come out really good, but they just not quite the Cane Corso cut. So they called me. I said I'd redo it for free and everything. And that was about 2 weeks ago, and they ended up liking how they healed and didn't call me back. So that's the only.
But Manny still wanted us. He had a litter lined up for us to cut, but he's telling other people we burnt the ears. Then he started telling them that he's produced their dogs. We bought them and sold them as dogs we produced when he produced them. That is a total lie. What I tell everybody that buys a female from us, because we sell mostly to pet homes, but some of them want to do a breed, and I say, okay, when this
they
female
might want to
gets
keep
older,
one pup off of it.
if you do the breeding, I will buy out the litter because we always need them, and they're Moneyline pups. If they're buying a female from me, it's got to be a Moneyline female. So I tell them if I can be in on the decision of the stud, they can bring back one of our studs or pick a stud that we all agree on, then I'll buy the litter out. Well, we did that with Manny. That's where we got Chubbs from. But he's calling everybody that we've ever give a dog and said he produced it and we just hung papers on it. We kept the correct papers. Why wouldn't we? Because it's our
bloodline to
bloodline.
Louis V blood.
To a Louis V dog. We wouldn't dare change that.
A lot of people that come up with this hanging paper idea doesn't realize that it's a bad idea for us. Aside from the fact we want to be honest, it's not profitable and it just doesn't make sense. Why would we put out ugly puppies? Oh, well, we can buy them cheaper. We can produce them even cheaper than we can buy them, and they'll be better looking. So it makes no sense in why we would hang papers on anything. It's just
the reason the paper hanging come around was that the Lifestyle Bullies talked this guy. Alan Belling, who had got a dog from us and was happy with it, but
then got a second dog. This was his second
and then
dog.
he bought a second. And when he got the second, the Lifestyle Bullies had got up with him, and anyway, they decided in order to ship an American Bully, there's an embargo on them. If it's over 75 degrees, no airline will let them aboard the airplane. It's got to be under 75 when you ship it, at all the layovers, and when it arrives. Well, this guy was in Florida. So it was going to be the winter before he got it. So we got the health certificate.
Got the dog checked up.
Healthy as it can be. Legal health certificate. And I changed the breed of the dog to a Thai Ridgeback. So he calls, reports that, tells everybody I've been arrested for hanging papers. The papers are 100% correct on the dog. It was a health certificate, and all I changed was the breed so the dog could fly, and everybody in the bully world does it. It's a known thing.
Yeah, we've bought dogs from some huge breeders back when we was first starting especially, and it was never American Bully on there. But we knew it was an American Bully, and we knew it was a healthy dog, and we knew that they changed the name on the dog so that we could get it. And we wanted them to do that. It was helping us out.
And what happened was, they said I'd been arrested for hanging papers and all this.
And this is the health certificate, not the
health
papers,
certificate.
not the
papers
bloodline
are
or
100%
anything.
correct. The health certificate was correct, all but the breed. And I wasn't arrested. They did call, press charges, and all that. And it is illegal to change a health certificate breed. But that's all I did, and that's all I was charged with. But I wasn't arrested. The detective left a business card, asked me to give him a call. I did. He said to come in and answer some questions. And I did, and we have to go to court over it. Just like I could go right now and take a warrant out on my neighbor, and he would have to go to court. No matter if he did anything to me or not, I could say he did, and they've got to issue that warrant. But we've been to court 3 times, and Alan Billings hasn't showed up yet. So the next time it's getting thrown out. Bellin. I don't even know how to say his name, but if he don't come the next time, it'll get thrown out. And I hope he comes, because he'll get destroyed in court, because my vet has already testified, written in a letter that the dog was never in any kind of trouble, and I'm guilty of changing the breed so the dog could fly. That's it. But throughout all this, out of all those people, over 400, the lifestyle bullies, Alan Belling, and then they've picked up this girl named Chelsea and a LaRon, and then Manny from Queen City Bullies. That is it. Out of all these people, these are what's making all this noise. And I've told you the whole story to it. We try to be a completely open book. We want everybody to know everything. That's why we started breeding these dogs to begin with, because people were getting so ripped off, and it was such a horrible place. People just sold inside to other breeders. We wanted to introduce them to the community.
Yeah, we wanted to bring the bully outside of the bully world. We wanted to do it more honest, because we got ripped off when we started.
Oh yeah.
And that was been our whole thing. That's why we do all the Instagram stuff, the YouTube stuff, to promote the breed, and at the same time let y'all really into what's going on here, so that we're pretty transparent, as transparent as we can be.
And not to mention, our dog's a mascot for $1 million companies, Bully Max vitamins, and Atomic Dog mascot. They're ABKC champions.
Yeah, people want to make it out like we're out to rip some off for $500 when that's so much less profitable than if they just buy the dog from us. We'll make literally $2,500 more than if we rip them off. It makes no sense.
Yeah, we don't want to keep a deposit. We want them to use. We even tell them, if you don't have the money when the time comes, you can transfer it to the next breeding or the next. We don't want to take nobody's deposit. But if we say, the deposit's refundable if you change your mind, there's no need in doing it. And when we plan these breedings out, we take a long time picking out the people that we're letting buy one of these dogs.
Obviously, we always do the best job.
We want them to have a home to go through, and we don't do the best job. We do pretty good, though. These are the only people out of all. If Walmart's numbers was as good as ours with customer satisfaction, everybody be wanting to know how they're doing.
Yeah, it's what? 5 out of 400, or 5 out of around 400
people.
And not even all of the people are happy with their dogs.
Yeah, they love the dogs they got. They've got nobody that has a dog to say anything, except for it's just people with deposits, and then that L.A. Ron, not L.A. Ron, but Alan Belling. On his second dog, they got him to say it, and that's only because he wanted us to ship it free since he had bought 2. We'd already given him a $500 discount. But
he actually paid for shipping, then canceled payment through PayPal.
He thought we'd shipped it. He paid for it, sent it on PayPal. He thought the dog was shipped, and then he canceled it to get his money back, and we picked up on it and didn't ship it until he paid it. So he was mad. And again, I want you to remember these names, because you don't need to do business with these people. Manny is called Queen City Exotic Bully.
Used to be Queen City Bully Farms. Wonder where he got that from.
Yeah, he was Queen City Bully Farms after us, and he's changed it since. And this just happened the last few days. Like I say, we got Chubbs from him. He didn't produce it. He used a female that he bought from us, and he bred it to Louis V. And that's where Chubbs came from. And Chubbs had some litter mates. We bought the whole litter from him. And
well, he couldn't sell it. He called me asking to pay $5,000 a puppy.
Yeah.
For and I said, I can't do that. He does this every time he has a litter. And then I know in a couple of weeks he'll be asking, $700 or $800, and then we'll help him out with them.
Well, because then what we do is, if I know my customers is wanting that blood, Moneyline blood, to my customers that already bought a dog, and I know some of them's wanting like Moneyline to Dax, and Louis V is off of Dax. I'll get the pups because I know they'll want them, and they're not going to go pay $5,000 like he's wanting. So I wait at least sees he can't sell them. Then we buy them and sell them with the correct papers. The papers are on them. It's got on there Louis V to a Mo Money dog.
It's kind of like when you buy a shirt from Walmart, and it costs less than what they're selling it for.
Yeah, we do make a little bit of money on it, because our vet bills run over $20,000 a year, and our food bill runs over $1,800 a month. So we can't do it for free, but we don't make near the money that people think we make. So please do not do any business with Manny at Queen City Exotic Bullies, L.A. Ron or Laren. All he's done is paid a deposit, and he wanted it back. Chelsea, who bought her dog and was tickled to death with it, they've talked her into thinking we're crooked, so she's been a voice for them now. Jessica Bell.